What's going on, everybody? This is Plays and Parlays here. Me and Riaz are back on a Monday slate here. It's a 9-game slate. We got a Fire 5 coming out for you. Honestly, I had a decent day for NFL today. It's currently the last game is going on. And, we're not here for the NFL, but we haven't been giving you our NFL picks, but I think I had a pretty good day. How about you on NFL, Riaz, today?
I had an okay day. I played a lot of cash, not really many tournaments, but other than that, my
I had,
NBA lineups were pretty bad.
yeah, I had one decent NBA lineup too. The rest didn't find any sort of green. I had a low 200s lineup in NFL. A huge slate for NFL, and there's just a lot of crazy scores going around. I mean, Henry obviously did his thing, and Jonathan Taylor, and there were some people, Marvin Jones, who just went berserk.
Oh yeah.
Just crazy plays. But we're here. It's NBA. Um, you I'm looking forward to the slate, 9-game slate. But there's a couple questionable injuries too on this slate. So I think these are really going to change the complexity of our picks depending on the news. So I definitely would recommend you to get on Twitter and look at some updates, follow some people like Fantasy Labs, and look for those inactives because there's people like James Harden and Luca who are questionable, and Luca sat tonight. Harden sat on Saturday. The Mavericks are going to be on the tail end of a back-to-back, so these are important. You know, inactives if they are inactive, and plus Luca's priced pretty low too if he ends up playing. But let's start with the point guard position here. So who do you like?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like Luca if he does play 10 threes perfect, but I really like LaMelo Ball here. He's just been very productive now that he's been getting over 27 minutes. His last game he got 31 and it was against the team that he's playing against again is in Philly. He got 37. So I really like LaMelo Ball here now that he's getting the minutes. They said he was going to get an uptick once he kind of got in shape and kind of found the groove for the NBA because there was no spring ball, but he's really feeling himself.
Yeah, my problem with the Hornets is it's just tough to pick the guy on that given night. Could be Hayward, could be Rozier. I like Graham. He's priced down a lot on this slate. He's only 100 more than LaMelo Ball. He's due for a big game, but it's just tough to pinpoint a guy. Even PJ Washington has some big games there. Doesn't really affect the guard play for PJ, but the Hornets usually have just one guy who pops off. We saw Rozier in the beginning. LaMelo's been getting a lot of uptick now. I like LaMelo because he does a lot more than score. He's been averaging almost 2 steals a game, which is great. Um, he's been getting honestly a little bit of blocks too. So I think Lamelo. Not saying he's a triple double threat because we haven't seen one yet, but it's coming eventually. His price will creep up. I think if he plays around 30 minutes consistently, we're not going to see this 5-6 price tag for long.
Yeah.
So I like Lamelo here. Is there anyone else you like in the point guard position?
Yeah, I like he's a backup, but he gets a lot of run. That's Theo Maladon. He plays for the Thunder. Last game he played 19 minutes against Orlando and he was 3-2 and he put up 23, which is almost like 10x value right there. And before that, he played 26, 20 and 20 and he got 10, 12 and 15. I mean, this game could be a blowout considering how bad OKC is, and he could get a lot of run here. He could get almost 25 minutes again, like we've seen him play against the Pelicans when it was a blowout. So at 3-6, I
Yeah,
mean, that's a great price for him.
yeah. Obviously, Um, you know, George Hill is their go-to guy off the bench, but it looks like they might be running a set where they throw Hill in there. Um, they also throw Maladon in there. They stick Diallo in at the small forward or Dort. So a couple of these backup guys would get some decent run for OKC. Pritchard's another guy too, just 100 above Maladon. I've always been on Pritchard. Finally, last game he gets around 28 minutes. It's the highest minute total he's gotten all year. It was a close game against Detroit too on a back-to-back. Could have played a big factor there. And not saying you have to go to him, but those are just kind of pump plays. Obviously, at the bottom here, at 3-4 and at 3-3, Brunson right now as we speak has got like 55 fantasy points, or maybe a little less than that. But he's going berserk right now. Brunson is a lock if Luka's out. He's playing out of his mind right now. If Luka's out of there, he's going to continue with that hot hand. And at 3-3, he doesn't have to go for 50. He can go for 30 and still smash 5-6 times value there. So I
Yeah.
love Brunson if Luka's out. Yeah, I like those picks for a point guard. Let's hop over to shooting guard.
Shooting guard here, he's kind of priced up, but he's also got a really good matchup. I really like RJ Barrett here. He's been very productive this season. 34, 26, 27, 37. His price is kind of around the same. He's been all the way up to 7-1, all the way down to 6-5, and he's right back here at 6-7 against the Atlanta Hawks, who give up a decent amount of points. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
roll with RJ Barrett here.
yeah, I like RJ Bay here too as well. Atlanta gives up a shit ton of points. Always a fast-paced game. Love guards against Atlanta. I like RJ in that spot. Oladipo too was someone I played last night. He was disappointing from the start. He ended up picking it up as the game progressed. He's back up to his old self. He's getting 34 and between 34 and 38 minutes. I like Victor here. Um, he seems kind of priced right. Not much of a cash play for me, but you know he's going to get the minutes. Obviously Harden is questionable. Um, anyone else lower that you're thinking about here? Richardson, if Luka's out, he's going to see uptick in usage, but he's at 5'3". He's not as much as not as good as a play as someone like Burke or like Brunson.
Yeah,
Dort has been playing solid minutes, but obviously, he's hit or miss too, and he's up to 5K. I'm not sure if I'm looking there. Bullock's another guy
you
who's
can
been playing
obviously
crazy amount
play
of minutes.
George Hill. His price isn't over 5K, so I like that with the amount of minutes that he plays. I like Boban here as well, Bogdanovich. Um,
Okay.
yeah, he's been pretty slow, but in games that he really heats up, and this could be a game where they're playing the Knicks, he gets a lot of run and he puts up a 30-point night, and that'd be good for his price.
Yeah. Someone I'm looking at here too is S66 is Wiggins. He's not someone I love to play, obviously, and he's very inconsistent, as you can see in his numbers. But he's going to be out there and playing, and they're coming off a back to back, and you know, not saying that Curry, not saying they're probably going to rest him for a back to back or whatnot, but he could get a little uptick here since they are coming off that back to back. So um, I like Wiggins at that price too. Not a bad play, and he's small forward eligible as well. So
Yeah.
what do you think about small forwards here? A couple guys. Not a position that sticks out to me particularly. Ben Simmons had a great game last time out, triple double. They're going against the same team. They're at home. Philly usually plays well at home, but he's priced all the way at 9-1. I'm not sure if we're going to get there. A couple guys, Middleton's around that price consistently. Brown's up there too. Harris had a great game last time out. Is there someone here that you're looking at that really catches your eye?
I like Jimmy Butler. Whenever you can get him around 7-4, 7,000, you really can't go wrong.
Yeah, hasn't been playing great lately.
No.
But he's only played in 3 games this season. I'm nervous about the blowout though too, with Jimmy Butler, but he's ready to have a big game. I mean, he scored 4 points and 2 points. Obviously, he's not been out there like a crazy amount of minutes, but they need him. They need him to play well if they want to get back to the level they were last year. Yeah, a couple of these guys that we talked about, Barrett, Wiggins, Oladipo, these guys are all small forward eligible as well too. So Bridges, like I said, he's on that Charlotte team. It's really weird with that Charlotte team. He had a crazy game. I can't remember when it was. It was like Saturday, I believe, and or not Saturday. This was on the 30th. Yeah, went for like 48 DraftKings points. He
Yeah, he
was
had that huge
going
double
berserk.
double.
Some of the lower guys, Radish and Hunter is a toss up. That's like a coin flip between those two guys. They get similar minutes, and you're kind of picking your poison there. So I'd suggest you pay up for small forward on this slate just because you want to get the production out of this position. Some of the lower guys are just too inconsistent in my book. So
I do want to touch on Harrison Barnes. I really like his matchup against Golden State, and he's been pretty productive the last 3 games, 33, 40, and 30 DraftKings points. Uh, the the Warriors really don't have that great of guarding against small forward power forwards. They have Olenek and they have Andrew Wiggins, and I've been all over
Ubre,
and Ubre, yeah, and then I've been all over Covington since they had the back to back against Golden State, and he's just smashed for me. So I'll probably go back to Harrison Barnes here.
yeah, I like Barnes here too. He's playing well, and I guess there's a little bit of a revenge narrative here if you want to look to that. Harrison He's not really too reliant on the scoring as well either. He gets the rebounds for free and not much of a playmaker, but I like Harrison at this price too. So power forward eligible as well, so you can't beat that. So let's look at the power forward position here. Um, Obviously Giannis at the top sticks out at any slate. He's under 11, which is I love to see. I'm a big Sabonis guy, and Randall's been getting crazy amount of minutes. But is there anyone lower that you like here, Riaz, or no?
I always like Zion when he's under 8. Um, this is kind of a I don't know, it's a very sneaky play, but Chris Boucher. He's really been pretty productive when he plays. He only had one bad game against Philly. He had 1.5. He played 5 minutes. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but Boston's a big team down low, and they're gonna need bigger guys down there. Siakam's been kind of injured. I'm pretty sure he played last game, but Butcher still went out there and had 38 DraftKings points, and at 5-1, I mean, you could see him drop 40.
Yeah, Boucher's just you just don't know how much they're gonna. Nick Nurse is he's inconsistent with Boucher's minutes. Yeah, that game he played 5 minutes was just an outlier. He just simply played 5 minutes. There was nothing else going on. They just didn't play him. He just wasn't a good matchup against Embiid. So I like the matchup against Tice. They're gonna throw Tristan Thompson there in a little bit, but I feel like they use Boucher based on the other team. They don't really come out with Boucher and make the other team um game planning against him. They're more going against, if there's a bigger guy like someone like Drummond and Bede, someone like that, they're really going to fade Boucher. But this matchup fits him well, in my opinion. I don't see uh, the Celtics going with a two big guy rotate. I don't see them playing someone like Tice at the 4 and Thompson at the 5 to kind of fade Boucher there. He's not that much of a threat, but he is a guy that can smash on DK, especially if he gets 30 minutes here. I mean, we'll be beyond loving Boucher. So
Yeah, without a
I like
doubt.
Boucher here too. So he's also center eligible. Someone like Portis is also like a GPP play. That's a huge blowout factor here against Detroit. Detroit's not that good. Blake Griffin's playing. Not that it's going to make a crazy difference here, but Milwaukee should just stop the Pistons tomorrow. So Portis is sneaky. He's priced up too. He's been playing pretty well when he's out there, so he's a good point per minute guy. I like Portis here as well. Anyone lower that you're looking at that's somewhere missing here or no?
Um, I mean, you could always play Daniel House or PJ Tucker. They get a bunch of runs, especially against this Dallas team that's pretty slim against big men. And other than that, not really.
Yeah, Kleber. He's not someone I love to play too, but he's at 3.9. If Luca's out, um, could help Kleber on the offensive end a little bit at 3.9. I'm not sure if you could I mean, he's not a cash play, but he's someone you can look to in a GPP. Sadiq Bey, when he played 30 minutes, he went out there. He's priced at 3.9. He had 32. It's usually a matter of if Blake Griffin's playing. He is playing. We're not sure how many minutes Blake Griffin's going to be limited to, if he's limited at all. But Sadiq Bey at 3.92 is really not a bad option in the GPP. So I think that wraps up power forward for us. Let's kick it right over to centers, Riaz, and I think there's one guy me and you are both looking at here. I think that is Clint Capella. So he's priced at 6.1. Going against the Knicks. So Knicks, they got Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, a little bit bigger down there. Um, he's off that minutes restriction. They're going to need him, and his price is going to climb from the 6.1. I see him in the 7.75 range eventually. So love Clint Capella here.
Yeah, without a doubt. We've seen since even when he only played 20 minutes, he still had 23 DraftKings points, and since he got that uptick to being back to full health at 30 minutes, we've seen 35 and 46 back-to-back double doubles, and at 6-1, it's really tough to beat. I love playing centers against the Knicks. Julius Randle's just kind of a scoring center. Mitchell Robinson, he is a defensive center, but he gets in foul trouble pretty frequently. So
Yeah. Tristan Thompson at 4.4. Love him here too. When he's out there, he's been producing like crazy. I'm assuming he's going to get around that 27, 26 minutes that he's been getting. Um, Love him here actually at 4.4. I feel like that's a great price for him. Another guy too. I'm not really going to look to Cousins here. Wiseman, his minutes have been iffy too. His production's not been great. Marvin Bagley. we are waiting for him to get a lot of minutes. It's in a decent spot against Golden State. Rashard Holmes as well too. They're on the same team. Where is he that I was looking at? Oh, obviously Christian Wood as
Yeah,
7-4. Um, he's just in a smash spot, I think too. Going against Kleber, there's gonna be no Luka. He's a young guy. They're gonna, even if it's a blowout, they still use him when he's out there. If Harden's out, you're gonna see productivity from him. They're not playing Cousins a lot of minutes at all, so Wood's gonna be out there. He's gonna play. And listen, Wood is just he's not gonna be around this price for much longer if he keeps this up. So play Wood while you can. That's my advice. So anyone else, Riaz?
no, I was gonna go with Wood. He's definitely Capella's gonna be my center, and then utility. I'm gonna put Wood. They're probably gonna be in all my lineups. I mean, Wood is just unbelievable. If you just look at his recent games, 52, 47, 38, 53, double doubles in pretty much every single game, and even when he doesn't get the boards, he's very active on the defense with 2 blocks, 2 steals. And with if you get a center that's just averaging 23 points, I mean, the boards are going to come with it. So,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Some of the higher priced guys like Embiid, he had a good game last time out. Drummond, Sabonis, Randall, you can always look to those guys. Randall's a little bit too high priced for me, but if you can get to the money, get to Giannis, yeah, of course. Someone who's in a decent spot is Vucevic. Um, Not sure how he matches up against Drummond too well. Sometimes it's either one of those guys has the bigger game. So you're kind of just flipping a coin between those two guys. He's priced 400 lower than Drummond though. So Vucevic always not a bad play. He's a good cash game guy. Um, this Magic team's been competing. They're playing hard. So he's not a bad spot either. But Wood and Capella especially
yeah,
are
I
good
like
spots.
Vucevic. He's a good center because he can space the floor and hit threes, and you really won't see Drummond out there to guard him. So
Yeah, I
he's
like
gonna be
that
a nice
too.
play.
Yeah. Other than that, though, I think that wraps us up. Like I said, make sure you keep up on those injuries. If Luka sits, Brunson's a lock for me. Harden sits, plug in John Wall. He's been playing like a maniac. He's playing really well, and he's out there and he's playing. They're not limiting his minutes. He's playing a lot and he's playing well. So Brunson, Wall is a guy you can look at if Harden's out. Wood, of course, obviously, and not great value if those two guys are playing, Luka and Harden. But other than that, there's some good mid-range guys I think you can look at too. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video and hope you guys cash out. So catch us on the next one.